You've got your ticket, your passport, and you've managed to stuff a week's worth of clothes into a carry-on. But have you thought about the most critical part of your journey? The snacks. Let's be real, airplane food is a gamble, and nobody wants to be stuck at 30,000 feet with a rumbling stomach and nothing but a sad little bag of pretzels to get them through. Today, we're fixing that. We are counting down the top 5 absolute best snacks to bring on a plane. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for number 1. Number 5. Power Up Premium Trail Mix. When you see premium on the label, you expect something special, right? And look, this trail mix gets a lot of things right. It's designed to be a high-energy snack, and it definitely delivers on that front. It's packed with nuts, seeds, and dried fruit, which is exactly what you want when you need a little boost to get you through that long flight. I mean, it's a convenient, all-in-one handful of goodness that's easy to toss in your bag. When I first tried this, I was pretty impressed with the variety. You get a solid mix of textures, the crunch from the nuts, the chewiness of the dried fruit. It feels like a relatively healthy choice, and you can tell the ingredients are decent quality. It's the kind of snack that makes you feel like you're making a smart decision, you know? Instead of grabbing a candy bar at the airport newsstand, you've got this bag of what is essentially health. It's a good travel companion, especially for those morning flights when you need something to tide you over until you land. But here's the thing, and this is where it lands at number 5 for me. The consistency can be a bit of a letdown. You'll have one bag that's the perfect blend of almonds, cashews, and delicious dried cherries. You feel like you've hit the jackpot, but then the next time you buy it, it feels like you've accidentally purchased a bag of glorified raisins with a few lonely nuts scattered in for decoration. 4. Wonderful Pistachios, no shells. Let's just start by acknowledging the sheer genius of this product. Pistachios are an amazing snack, but dealing with the shells on a plane? It's a nightmare. You're trying to crack them open without sending shells flying into your neighbor's lap, and you end up with a little pile of garbage on your tray table. So, a bag of pre-shelled pistachios? Well, that's a game changer. The flavor is on point. They're perfectly roasted with just the right amount of salt, giving you that savory, satisfying crunch you crave. They feel like a more sophisticated snack, you know? You're not just eating some random nuts. You're eating pistachios. Plus, they're a pretty good source of protein, so they have a bit more staying power than a bag of chips. I've taken these on plenty of flights, and it's so nice to just be able to pop a handful without any work. It's pure, unadulterated snacking convenience. However, and you knew there was a however coming, there are a couple of things that keep these from climbing higher up the list. First off, let's talk about the salt. While that salty kick is delicious for the first few handfuls, it can get a little overwhelming. You find yourself getting incredibly thirsty, which isn't great when you're on a plane and already getting dehydrated. You're at the mercy of the flight attendant for those tiny cups of water, and it never feels like enough. It can turn a tasty snack into a one-way ticket to Cottonmouth. Number 3. Black Forest Juicy Burst Fruit Snacks. We have the Black Forest Juicy Burst Fruit Snacks, and let me tell you, these are a delightful surprise. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is where you want to turn your attention. Forget about chocolate that can melt or sticky candies that make a mess. These little fruit snacks are the perfect in-flight treat. The name says it all. Each one has a little liquid center that, well, it bursts with juice when you bite into it. The experience of eating these is just plain fun. The texture is soft and chewy, and the flavors taste surprisingly authentic. You're not getting that weird, artificial fruit taste that you find in a lot of other fruit snacks. It's a burst of grape or cherry or apple that tastes bright and refreshing. On a stuffy plane, having something that tastes so genuinely fruity and juicy can be a real mood lifter. They come in these perfect little pouches, so they are incredibly easy to pack and even easier to eat without making a mess. What I love most about these is how they satisfy a sugar craving without feeling heavy or overly indulgent. You know that mid-flight slump where you're bored and just want something sweet? This is the answer. The juicy center makes them feel like a much more special treat than they are. It's a simple thing, but that little pop of liquid flavor adds a whole other dimension to the snacking experience. 2. Cheez-It cheese crackers. I mean, come on. Is there a more reliable and universally loved snack on the planet? Bringing Cheez-Its on a plane is like bringing a little piece of home with you. They are the definition of comfort food, and they just happen to be perfectly engineered for travel. The iconic little square shape, the perfect crunch, that salty, cheesy goodness, it's everything you want in a savory snack. The magic of a Cheez-It is in its flavor. It's made with 100% real cheese, and you can taste it. It's not a weird, powdery, artificial cheese flavor. It's a sharp, toasty, and deeply satisfying cheese taste that is baked right into the cracker. The salt level is just perfect, enough to be flavorful, but not so much that you'll be desperately flagging down the flight attendant for water. And the crunch? Oh, the crunch. It's flaky, it's crispy, and it's unbelievably satisfying. One of the best things about Cheez-Its for air travel is how clean they are to eat. There's no grease, no powder that gets all over your fingers, and no crumbs that explode everywhere. You can eat them one by one or by the handful and not have to worry about making a mess of yourself or your seating area. They are simply the most low-maintenance, high-reward snack out there. They come in all sorts of packaging, from single-serving bags to big boxes, so you can customize for your trip length. Number 1. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. This is the snack you bring when you mean business. When you have a long-haul flight ahead of you and those tiny bags of pretzels just aren't going to cut it, beef jerky is your answer. It is, without a doubt, the most satisfying and substantial snack you can carry on. Let's talk about what makes it so perfect. First and foremost, protein. Jack Link's is packed with it. This isn't a light, airy snack that will leave you hungry again in 30 minutes. This is a hearty, savory snack that will genuinely keep you full and satisfied for hours. When you're facing a 5-hour flight with no meal service, this is what you need. It chews like a real food, because it is real food. That satisfyingly tough texture makes you slow down and actually savor it. And the flavor is just incredible. It's smoky, it's savory, and it has this subtle, underlying sweetness that brings it all together. I know some people think it's a little too sweet, but for me, that's what makes it so addictive. It hits all the different notes on your palate. It's not just a one-note salt bomb, it's a complex and deeply flavorful experience. Each bite is a little different, and that signature smoky taste is just perfection. It's the kind of flavor that makes you close your eyes for a second. The convenience is also off the charts. It's completely mess-free. There's no oil, no crumbs, nothing. You can just pull a piece out of the bag and enjoy. Final thought. So there you have it, my definitive ranking of the best snacks to bring on a plane. What's your go-to travel snack? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy travels.